Here's the starting lineup for the visiting Oklahoma City Thunder. At forward, Aaron Wiggins. At guard, Isaiah Joe. At forward, Lucas Dort. At center, Jalen Williams. At guard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The head coach of the visiting team is Mark Dagnall. Let's meet the starters for your San Antonio Spurs. Six, seven, at guard, number 5, Stephon Castle. 6'7", at forward, number 30, Julian Champagne. 6'8", at forward, number 40, Harrison Barnes. 6 foot even, starting at guard, number 3, Chris Paul. 7'4", the man in the middle, number 1, Victor Wembanyama.
Hi, everyone. We got the second game of the NBA Cup group stage for these two teams. This one has a little more meaning than your average regular season game. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And reporting from the sidelines all game long, we've got David Aldridge. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll defend home court against the Utah Jazz. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And looking at the Utah matchup, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick-em game, depending on how they play.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. We've got Lou Dort, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Isaiah Joe. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Williams at the 5, roaming the pace. And for San Antonio, in the backcourt, it's the veteran Paul paired with Castle. Wembanyama's out there with Barnes. And it's Champagne in at the 3 slot. Taking a look at San Antonio. While this is just game 2 of the NBA Cup, however, their backs are already against the wall.
I know it's just game 2 of the group round. However, this is 100% a must-win. A loss probably knocks them out of the cup.
And then the situation for Oklahoma City. They won their first NBA Cup game. So tonight, they're aiming for a 2-0 record in this group.
And if you look at the teams that make the knockout rounds, they usually start 2-0. So tonight is big for them, but it won't be easy here on the road.
So it's San Antonio now, after the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from outside. Back to Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
Richard, last season marked the 5th consecutive year that the Spurs missed the playoffs.
And this drought came directly after their historic streak of 22 consecutive playoff appearances. But the silver lining in this stretch is that it allowed them to draft a generational talent in Wembanyama.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Pass to Wiggins. Shoots the three. Nailed from three-point land. Wiggins has got 5 now.
Well, Dort makes the smart play there. He spots a wide-open shooter and just gets him the ball.
Here's Castle. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Greg Popovich and I did speak a few minutes ago. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And the incredible reach of Wembanyama, helping him knock away that one.
Here's Champagnie. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. The last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
This defensive game plan is easy, keeping it the same, making them change things.
Paul passes to Wembanyama. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Tipped away. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Inside. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Zach Collins checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Johnson comes in for Barnes, and it's Vassell in for Castle. That's good from Williams. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
Coming out on the floor, your Spurs Breakers.
Now that we're around the midway point of this NBA Cup stage, here's a look at how the standings are shaping up.
Yeah, it's been a really fun tournament to watch, especially when you see just how much the fans get into it, and we've still got a number of games to go.
51 seconds left in the first quarter. Vassell outside. Collins finds Paul. Johnson, a wide open look. Misses the chippy right there.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Now here's Caruso. Back to Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Caruso, a screen on Paul. And it's Mitchell missing. Here's Champagnie. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Vassell wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Tie game in San Antonio. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
And this NBA Cup, Greg, it's patterned after the WNBA Commissioner's Cup, which we all enjoy, and that started back in 2021.
Well, the W had loads of success with the Cup format. The basketball world took notice, and I think that is a major reason why the NBA started their version in 2023.
The guard pair are Jones and Vassell. Kelvin Johnson is out there with Collins, and it's Champagnie in at the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Caruso. Jang, a screen. Down low. And finished off by Jang.
Caruso knows how to manipulate a defense. That's a nice dish right there.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Johnson finds Vassell. Back to Johnson. Fires the three. Good on the three-point shot. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. In his young career, Richard, we've seen Devin Vassell really blossom as a two-way talent.
He's a talented player, but I think there's still another level that he can reach, and he needs to continue to grow as a playmaker to get there.
Williams' shot is off.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Jones against Wallace. Vassell outside. And here's Johnson outside. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Jones. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered closely. Count that bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Wallace against Vassell. Outside, Jones. 4 on the shot clock. It's up a 3. Caruso grabs the miss.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Jones. It's good. Williams has got the game tied up here for Oklahoma City.
And passing has made this guy next level. That's the element that has changed Gilgeous-Alexander's game.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
It's time for Dance Cam. If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves. Nice drive. It's all good. Everybody get down.
going with an almost entirely new group here. Wembanyama is checked in for Collins. Barnes comes in for Keldon Johnson. Castle's checked in for Devin Vassell. And it's Paul in for Jones. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Jalen Williams is checked in for Jen. Dort comes in for Williams. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Cason Wallace. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Champagnie, defended by Caruso. Here's Wembanyama.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Thunder have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Pass to Caruso. Shot from 12. A rebound by the Spurs. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. To the inside. Kicks it out to Paul. A 3-ball. Hits it from 3-point range. And it's a 5-point Spurs lead.
The consistency of Paul's 3-point shot is really something. He is a real troublemaker at the arc.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Dort passes to Wiggins. Outside Williams. Back to Wiggins. To the left side wing. Pass to Joe. A 3-pointer, no good. 1 second left. It's not going to go for him. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Spurs lead by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Harrison, an efficient first half of basketball. What's enabled the team to be so effective?
Just move the ball around. This team, they play extremely hard, so, we're not going to be able to get up and down as we usually do, so it's good for us to practice our half-court game.
Yeah, that's been working too. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
Right now for the Thunder, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy, here in this early part of the season, at least. And looking back on that first half, it certainly hasn't gone as planned for the Thunder.
They found an advantage in the painted area, and they're exploiting it. I just say, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, please don't fix it.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Now you have to like what we're seeing from Keldon Johnson.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's just that good. You can plan for him, but he just makes great adjustments on the fly.
Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. Isaiah Joe is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Lou Dort. And it's Williams at the pivot spot, manning the middle. San Antonio leading by 3. Pass to Castle. Barnes outside. Hall with the screen for Barnes. Sinks the three-pointer. Barnes has got 5 now. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
The Thunder shooting just their second attempt at the line tonight.
Shooting for Oklahoma City, Williams. At the line for one.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Spurs. 3-point lead. On the wing, Barnes. Defended by Dort. A shot by Champagny, no good. The Thunder shooting at 50% in a decent groove. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. 2 points, that one goes.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat, Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
Richard, during his rookie year, Victor Wembanyama had a game with 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks, and 5 made threes, a 5-by-5 for the ages.
That was the first time someone put up those numbers in NBA history. Wemby is going to continue to do things we have never seen before.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Alex Caruso has checked in for Wiggins. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Victor Wembanyama.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Spurs leading by 3. Al Paul. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Barnes outside. No good on the triple. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Wembanyama against Williams. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Paul passes to Collins. Vassell, right side. Collins, a screen on Dort. Here's Barnes. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Barnes has got 5 points in the quarter.
Carefully making his selection, and then Barnes, oh, he commits completely.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Bounce pass, Joe. Pass to Dort. Back to Caruso. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside, Dort. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And the three-point shot wasn't always there for Dort, but he's put in a ton of work on it, and it shows.
Vassell outside. Collins setting the pick for Vassell. 3-pointer. It's good from long range. Vassell's got his second basket of the night.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Chris Paul picks up that one.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands how to draw contact, especially when he's looking to score.
The Thunder have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
And here is Vassell. He's got 6. From past the arc. No good on that one. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Spurs up by 1. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
But don't stop the aggressiveness. You got shots, let them fly.
And that's the thing about Greg Popovich. As long as you're taking good shots, he doesn't want you to hesitate. He doesn't want you to stop.
Well, and the offense is designed to create opportunities. So if you pass up the opportunity, you're kind of defeating the whole purpose of the exercise.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Vassell in the wing along with Johnson. Then it's Collins. Then it's Jones. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he had a good look, and Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
Outside Collins. Pass to Vassell. That one doesn't drop. Nice defense from Wallace. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. It's a 1-point game.
And even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
On the court is your squad. It's time to fire off some T-shirts. The loudest section gets one. Who wants one?
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Jack. Dort comes in for Williams. Wiggins is checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Wallace. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thank you, David. Gilgeous-Alexander against Paul. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
The Thunder with the lead. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Ball against Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Paul. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. San Antonio's gone 7 of 15 from 3-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. A 3 from Wembanyama buries the long-range jumper. And the Spurs lead by 2.
How about the rookie with the big shot? Wembanyama showing us he can meet those high expectations.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Barnes dishes the ball to the paint. Here's Wembanyama. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 rebounds in this game. And stolen by Barnes. Ball against Dort to the middle. The jump hook. Rebounded by Joe. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Gilgeous-Alexander's got it all tied up now for the Thunder. And Wembanyama with it. It drops.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound, San Antonio. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Barnes passes to Wembanyama. It's tipped. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. By himself.
And where some feel stressed, Gilgeous-Alexander feels strength. Love the confidence from the young fella.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now.
Dance kick. Return for all the dancers.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Wembanyama. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That one on Williams.
And this is important for Wembanyama's development, wanting to step up and be a leader.
And he ends up making the second, and that gives them the lead.
And hey, he did just enough to get the lead. That's what's most important.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
Always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
If they've got a surefire quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
And what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment. Wow.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Guys, what are their best options now?
Always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
If they've got a surefire quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
That's a two from Paul. Oh, and he got it to Paul.
Woo. All zeros on the clock as he drains the game winner.
The hero's finish, and they're going to have to carry him on their shoulders for that one.
And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. Huge moment in this group round of the NBA Cup. The record is now 1 up and 1 down.
And Kevin, I thought their energy and effort was outstanding. I mean, backs against the wall, and they delivered.
And that'll do it, folks. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.